Welcome everyone to your Mercury Retrograde reading. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Let's get straight into this. Remember, this is all signs part of the reading. There are timestamps for your individual zodiac signs. Okay, so you can find that in the description area. Otherwise, it is sent to each and every one of you. Okay, not just one, all signs. That way you can find it. Okay, guys, let's get in here. Mercury retrograde in Pisces, bringing many of you to this spiritual crossroads. Look at this. We have the meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces, Akashic Stargate, aligned with purpose, crossroads, and no wrong roads. Okay, so this actually is going to bring many of you to this spiritual crossroad at this time. Okay, whether you do some meditation or how you react to this situation is going to be different for everyone. Okay, so if you are doing some meditation work, you can also check out the second channel for that, okay, to help you meditate. But we definitely have the new moon in Pisces is saying this is meditate and contemplate. Okay, the retrograde is not about chaos, guys, okay? It's about clarity through confusion, which that confusion can keep you at this crossroads, right? So it's about illusion dissolving, it's about karmic lessons resurfacing, and it's about spiritual protection activating. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some cards. Let's go ahead and cut the deck first and go ahead and get some more cards to the situation. Okay, let's just talk about this Pisces new moon card here for just a second. We have to understand that when we have Mercury ruling the mind, okay, the logic is going kind of crazy and gets confused. And that's when the intuition now through this Pisces energy is going to start strengthening. That's where you're going to start seeing right clearly. Things that you didn't see as clear, things that are confusing you. You can meditate, you can stop, think just for a second, slow down, and allow that intuition to come in and start strengthening for you, because that Pisces wants to come in to help you with that meditation and that clarity. So for those of you who are highly intuitive, you're definitely going to feel that strengthening, okay? So silence will be revealed more than just chasing answers, okay? If you find yourself in kind of a whirlwind of trying to chase these answers, you're going to find yourself always at this crossroads, right? Because you didn't stop. So it's going to cause this emotional confusion for some of you. Remember, you're going to also have these old memories starting to resurface. People from your past want to come back because you might have some kind of karmic ties. And then dreams are becoming more intense at this time. So this is not just something random. It's reflective for a reason. Okay, guys, let's get some cards over here. We do have Swords of Light coming out. And the Halls of Learning. So with the Akashic Stargate as well, having this deeper message of no wrong path, it's only awareness. I like that though, because it's going over here underneath this kind of Halls of Learning over here, where it's like you have to you have to choose from fear, right? Or are you going to choose out of growth? Because that's what it's asking you. Are you returning because it feels familiar, or because it is aligned with your better path? Okay? Because there's great lessons. And this is why your exes want to come back. It's a karmic test of, does this really align with us? Can we really work this out? Does this really fit? Or is this just one of those things, right, that just keeps coming back, and I want this to be cut? So there's also the time right now to be able to cut cords through meditation, right, and saying, I choose what matters to me the most. This is not working, right? So Just remember what the swords of light is: the divine protection, cords cut, and breakthrough energy. So not everyone who is returning is meant to stay. We know that. Sometimes they're returning so they can see clearly this time, you know what, we really are not aligned. We really are not meant for one another. I need closure. And a lot of times it was because I didn't have the proper closure, or you didn't cut those cords. And they think that they need to be there. And then you have to make that more clear to them. We're not doing this again. There will be no reunions. So you're protected through this time. Even if something ends, even if something shifts, you're still under this divine protection. Okay. So bringing out some angel numbers. We do have the 777, perseverance. This is a change of the perspective, reflection, inner strength, wisdom, and enlightenment. There's a need for change of perspective on whatever has taken over you now. If you want to succeed, you need to keep going down the road you're on. Reach for the wisdom within, and then you'll just know what the right step is. Meaning we don't need to return to older things. We just had a solar eclipse that just said we just wiped everything away. We just had that ring of fire. We just had that horse that said, no, we don't need these old things. But now you're being tested. It's almost like you can't tell me that this was not divinely set up. You're going to tell me I need to end something, and then you're going to throw me a Mercury retrograde. That is divine alignment. It's testing you to see if you actually really gave up what you wanted to throw away, toss into the fire, say goodbye to. And now I'm going to test you to see if you actually can get through that. You can't tell me that that's coincidence. It seems a little too coincidental, don't you think? We just did a huge release. Now you're telling me what, you want me to go back? Yeah, I want to test you to see if you actually release that. Do you still have emotional weight to that? Is it still holding you back? Did you really learn the lesson from that situation? So now you have 23, we'll just say. Wow, very aligned numbers over here. Cycles and communication patterns. Where are you repeating emotional loops? Are you going through those loops? Is it just this karmic cycle that you keep returning to? You need to break that pattern. Now we have 10-10. It's up to you. Free will is activated. Moderation does matter, and balance does matter as well. It's time to put those long cherished ideas into action. Okay, eventually you will experience joy as well as the brand new opportunities. Trust within this process. Okay. This retrograde does not trap you guys. It reveals your patterns. Now let's get a couple of clarifying cards, and then we will get to each individual sign. Okay, so let's go. Two of Wands. Planning, progress, making decisions, discovery, and leaving home. Well, there you go. That crossroads energy again. But it's talking about the future planning, making a decision, forming new decisions. Queen of Wands in reverse. You know, look at this one here, because this is talking about where your confidence is shaken up. She's in reverse, right? So your ego may be bruised in some areas, or someone seeking attention instead of aligning themselves to you. So you could definitely have some people who want to seek your attention. That's that coming back. I want to be your friend. Next card coming out is the Page of Pentacles. This is talking about those new opportunities that are forming around you during this Mercury retrograde, a new mindset and a new foundation. It's going to require some maturity, but also a lot of reflection. And it can be a time of manifestation if you know exactly what it is you are looking at, right? So you can say, okay, but you might even find some new news and information. Also be careful of misinformation at this time. There's a lot of misinformation coming out during a Mercury retrograde. So you can find a lot of good information, but also a lot of people give out a lot of bad news, bad information, okay, and a lot of miscommunication through people. That's very known, right? And things being lost in the mail and all that, and computer problems, and right. So over here we do have the Three of Cups, friendships and balances, third party confusion, social energy that might be, not aligned. Not every celebration is supporting you. Not every friendship is supporting you at this time. That once again just feels like that misinformation, miscommunications within friends, family, and co-workers, people of this nature. Just anybody you could be dealing with. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles, of course, is that balancing out everything that you need. I mean, this Mercury retrograde is really asking you, what are you balancing? And what no longer serves you? What is sustainable and what is not? What are you considering returning yourself to? Is there something that was good for you that you know you're aligned to, that you could take that advantage? Right? Or is it just all karmic nonsense of things that are trying to draw you back into something that's some old pattern that you know is unhealthy? Right? So what are you really considering on doing? And does it align to who I am now? Remember, we just went through a new era. I'm becoming a new person. I want this new me to stand out. So I definitely don't want this old shit coming back. That's why I always say, it's crazy. This kind of, is it really a coincidence that we had this shedding of the old, and then you want me to turn around and, hey, you want to go back to drinking? Do you want to go back to smoking? So you might be feeling like you're being pulled into these directions, okay, what no longer even suits you. You're like, no, I grew out of that. But all of a sudden it might want to give you cravings, or cravings for someone, or some kind of emotion comes out of that, and memory comes out of the blue. Thanks, Pisces. Right? Thanks, Pisces. But just remember, Mercury retrograde in Pisces is not truly here to confuse you. It's here to refine you, you guys. Okay, illusions are dissolving, patterns are resurfacing. Okay, but you are divinely protected. Okay, so just make sure that whatever you're choosing, that you're choosing it for the better you. Okay, guys, now getting straight into your individual signs. This is for cusps only. So let's do this. Starting with Aries, Taurus, Cusp. Okay, starting with Aries, Taurus, Cusp. You have the Four of Pentacles to the Magician. I actually like that. This is literally saying you're releasing control and stepping into your power. I really like that. With the Four of Pentacles reversed, it says you're loosening your grip. Right? I'm letting go of things that no longer serve me. I don't feel like I'm at a loss, though, either. And that's what I really like. Whatever I'm letting go of, I don't feel like I'm really losing anything, because really I feel like I'm gaining my magic back with the Magician. It says you already have the tools inside, right? So I'm gaining the magic back. I know I'm feeling more like myself again. So I does feel like this retrograde really is showing you that control isn't about manifestation. There is no real control in manifestation anyways. It's all about alignment. But it almost feels like, even if you're not speaking in the spiritual sense, it's kind of like, even if I was holding on to something that no longer serves me, I'm going to say it's time to go, right? Because I feel good about what's going on. I've found my self-confidence, so I don't have to hold on to this anymore. I can either start creating what I want to create, or just go out and go get what I want. However you want to see it, doesn't matter, because there's action towards that. But there's a lot of self-confidence within this, so it's really boosting that self-confidence. I really like this. Really, really like that. Okay, guys, I like that a lot. It shows a lot of growth, too. Taurus and Gemini. Strength card to the Five of Swords. Another one about emotional maturity. I kind of feel like Aries Taurus just kind of did that too, showing that growth. The strength over here is really telling you to remain calm. Stay within your courage. Stay within your focus and your own inner power. And then the Five of Swords is kind of warning against any kind of ego battle or any battle that somebody wants to come in and cause a conflict. They're like, no, I don't need that. Not today, Satan. You know what I mean? It's definitely that kind of energy. So it does feel like during this Mercury retrograde, you're going to be tested in some kind of way of communication. And maybe even someone coming back from your past who wants to be a little sneaky, or maybe they were sneaky in the past, because it just feels like maybe they want to win at all costs, or they want to, yeah, some kind of competition or wanting you back. But it could even be that they're trying to win some kind of argument. Don't allow yourself to get stuck in some crappy argument to where you're trying to win at all costs. Just maintain your integrity and walk away. Because you know what? Right now, it's not going to be as rewarding as you really thought it was going to be in the end. It's just not. So this is going to be really where you're going to find that power in silence, right? Just hold your tongue. It's not even worth your breath. Like, not even a joke, right? Gemini, Cancer. So watch for miscommunications and somebody coming back. And it feels like they're coming back just to cause grief and disagreements. That's crazy. Just so they can feel like they win. What is this, chess? We're not playing chess. Bird is the word. You give them the bird, right? And walk away. Gemini, Cancer. Three of Swords to a Five of Wands to the Three of Swords. But this is old emotional wounds that are calming themselves. It could feel like some kind of past hurt is resurfacing itself during this Mercury retrograde. Could be an ex coming back, somebody wanting to bring back the past, or nostalgic memories. It does feel though with the Five of Wands in reverse though that the conflict is resolving itself, meaning that it's going to hit heavy and hard, but then it will start lightening its load. Okay, once you are done fighting internally and you say no more of this, I'm letting it go, I'm going to heal from this, then you're going to find that really is just going to dissipate. So it does feel like this retrograde is really bringing back some kind of emotional conflict so that you can find that emotional peace within yourself. So that way you really 100% heal from this situation, so you stop reopening this old pain. Really let it settle and really let yourself heal from this situation. Okay. Cancer, Leo. Knight of Cups. King of Wands. Opening up into leadership is what this looks like. As your emotions are kind of maturing over here when it comes to your love life, your romantic life, the sensitivities of the way you were expressing yourself before are becoming more mature. It's almost like the King of Wands is confident, decisive, and bold, but you're not going to overcompensate for someone taking advantage of you. You're going to keep yourself as the Knight of Cups. Doesn't matter if you're male or female. It's just about you keeping yourself where you know you need to be. Not chasing anything, just allowing it to just come to you naturally, right? And not giving more than you needed to, right? So this is kind of like stop chasing emotionally and start leading energetically. It's like you're going to find the power within yourself to really make bolder, bigger decisions. So this confidence really attracts more than just pursuing the love, right? Chasing down the love. So this is, and it could just be the passion of the creativity of something you're doing, right? Allow it to come to you. Don't always chase. when you're manifesting, you shouldn't be chasing anyways, right? You're supposed to be attracting, not chasing. And so that's really what it's trying to say as well. Okay, so whether it's in love or something you're trying to create, job, business, okay, allow everything to come towards you. But it does look like you are stepping into this beautiful King of Wands. But I love it because it's the Knight of Cups and the King of Wands. That's your energy of Cancer, Leo. That's water, fire. So it's saying, I'm going to allow the water to dissipate, but you're kind of transforming the water into not being so subtle, but bringing in more power. So you're kind of like bubbling the water around. I think that you've been allowing, if it's in love, you've been allowing people to kind of walk on you, or, maybe they're taking advantage of you. They're not being wholehearted with you. And that's where you're kind of drawing the line. And that's really what that is. Okay. Saying no more. Leo, Virgo, Cusp. You got the Judgment to the Empress. Wow. That's some power. That's a powerhouse right there. This is some major awakening energy. I mean, the Judgment is really saying there is a realization that is hitting full force. Like, boom, and the Empress says, grow it, follow it, go after it. Let's do this. We got abundance. We've got stuff to do. She's like, we got stuff to do, right? So, I mean, this retrograde may wake you up to your own worth, showing you who you truly are, how beautiful you really are, where your evolution really is, how much money you could really be making. It's kind of like this wake up out of this like sleepy-eyed kind of dreamy world, and you're just having this stabilization of, but wait a minute, I can do this. So that's really going to activate that Leo within you also for that creativity and that confidence, right? So it's really going to work that in. So I really do like this. It's kind of like the universe is nurturing you so that you can nurture yourself. It's like, I'm going to push this at you, and I want you to, it's going to stick to you like bubble gum. You know what I mean? Stick to you like glue. And then it says just kind of release everything that drains you, because it's not needed. Because you're literally stepping into an abundance energy that you don't even know. Like, you don't even really even know what's around that corner. It's like you have no idea what you just stepped into, or you're getting ready to step into. Dang. And it's stable. Wow. Okay. Well, all right. It wasn't messing around. Mercury Retrograde's like, I think you've learned a lot of lessons. Let's go ahead and just throw something awesome at you. A lot of signs are getting that, though. I think you can thank the fire horse for that, because we just went through, a lot of us just went through hell with the snake taking things away from us. And it's like, hey, wait, but I liked that one. Why'd you take that? Because it's not long lasting. It's not sustainable. It looked good. It was pretty, and it was a really pretty package, but that package breaks. No, dang that. Virgo, Libra, Sun to the Five of Cups. You're going to definitely have some kind of clarity through whatever emotional disappointments and setbacks you had. You're going to move on from that and find the peace. There's definitely a rainbow bridge behind you. The Sun is really revealing the truth behind this situation. You may have been asking for the truth, wanting the universe to show you this truth, but it could keep you lingering in your mind of the regret or the sadness or all of the things. So you're having a hard time really finding that clarity when you have low emotions, right? When you have really low vibe emotions, because your mind's not allowing you to see what is really going on, because you're kind of stuck in the deadlock of the Five of Cups, because I can't stop looking at that spilt milk. But it's definitely talking about the Two of Cups, and that's the Sun. So I do feel like there is definitely hope behind you. look, it might have been something that you were hoping for would look a certain way and it didn't. And it may have thrown you for a loop. But this retrograde is showing you what is still standing and not what you've lost or what was going, or it's going to stay this way forever. No, it's saying shift your focus. The hope returns. Look, because I'm going to show you where the happiness truly is. Strongest card, biggest yes card, the biggest blessing card in the whole deck. These are the strong and flowing. This is where the beautiful happens once you stop looking at the spilt milk. It says, but I need you to refocus that. And you're going to have things that are going to come back around to remind you, because that's what lessons do. And then it's going to say, okay, how long are we going to linger on these 3 down cups? Because I really do have 2 behind me that are way better, and it doesn't go with hopelessness and personal setbacks and all this low vibe stuff. So it does look like once you sit down and you free your mind from all the agonizing pain, you're definitely going to find the happiness. Something is going to emerge, whether it's a thought, an intuition, or just literally somebody walking up to you, some kind of information, right? Wow, guys. Beautiful. Okay. Libra, Scorpio. We have the Page of Swords in reverse to the King of Swords, coming out with the Moon in reverse. Wow. I like this, though, because this is pretty much saying, you know what? Confusion is cleared. That's it. You know what I'm saying? No more confusion about this situation. Whatever was keeping you in a deadlock of confusion, not knowing exactly what was going, could have even been helping you to repress emotions, is now coming out. So I do feel like with the Page of Swords in reverse, though, it's showing that there was some kind of misinformation, overthinking, or someone not speaking clearly to you that can keep you in this place of wonderment. Let's just put it that way. Right? I don't know what the hell you're talking about, right? With the King of Swords over here, this is where you're going to step in with that truth. The truth is coming in to help clarify on all of this misinformation and all this garbage, right, that was going on that's keeping you in the dark about what's really true. Is it an illusion? Is it a fantasy? Is it just misinformation? I don't know what the hell these people are talking about. You see what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on. And now it's saying the illusions are exposed. So if they were lying, cheating, doing anything like that as well, they're now being exposed. Or all of the misinformations and misinterpretations are now coming to light, and you're like, oh, there it is, right? So it's going to depend on what you're looking at. Everybody's story is a little different, but I do like that. So it's saying this retrograde is pulling something out of the shadows and really bringing it to light for you. So you don't have to speculate anymore. You don't have to wait around for the facts anymore either, or hoping that they're going to bring in those facts, because the truth right now is going to set this whole situation free. And it's definitely the winning piece of the puzzle, I would say, that you really truly need. It could be something that's been sitting on your mind for quite a while, and then finally here it comes. Okay, so I do like that. For a lot of you, because it is Pisces, it could soften to resolve the problem. Okay, just like we use in Astro Dice. Okay, it might come in very soft, very smooth. Okay, because it is Pisces energy, depending on the situation, right? It feels kind of like a tap on the shoulder, like this is what's going on. Okay, so I really do like that one. Scorpio, Sagittarius. The Knight of Wands to the Four of Coins. The Temperance is just saying that, you know what, or the Temperance, I'm sorry, the Knight of Wands to the Four is really talking about, I don't know why I was thinking Temperance. I think it's because it wants to temper the situation. I keep hearing Temperance, though, but patience, patience, patience. Maybe it's because there's some, that's why. Because the Knight of Wands is coming in so fast. I keep hearing temperance. Temper your actions. Because that's because you have the Knight of Wands, because it's so fast. Something wants you to be so fast and so impulsive that there's like throwing caution to the wind. That's where the temperance is. Okay. Even though you don't have a temperance card, I just keep hearing it. Patience, patience. But the Four of Pentacles really wants the security. I think that the retrograde really wants you to just slow down, because I keep hearing patience. I think you guys are moving really, really impulsively right now. I just feel like not every opportunity that you're going after needs immediate action, right? You can slow down a little bit. Protect your energy. Don't rush into relationships really fast. Give it time to mature. Don't hold on so tight, right, that it feels like, I'm not going to be able to breathe. You guys, breathe. Breathing is good. It'll keep you alive. Don't hold so tight. It's just going to be about moving smart and not really fast. I just feel like there's something very impulsive going on. You might have an Aries also that's coming in really, really fast for some of you. It's making you feel like you have to make these impulsive moves, right? Maybe they're moving really fast and it's making you feel like you have to join the party. But it's saying don't join the party. Just temper yourself. Moderate movement is good, okay? Not everything has to be so fast. This is definitely not the time to be winning some kind of race. Definitely not with what we're talking about, right? So for some of you, I hear securing a spot, though, too. That's why I was racing so fast, because I need to secure this spot. Kind of like if you're buying a ticket at a concert or something. That's fine and all, but in seriousness, if you're working yourself to the slave to the grind to die for securing this spot, that's not going to be the way to make it, because if you're so burnt out, you might not even want to, you're going to be so tired before you even get there, right? How fun is that? It says not, that's funny, not so fun, right? So, okay, guys. But yeah, more than anything, it's mostly about some kind of a relationship or feeling like you have to work so quick to make this buck where you're like setting things on fire as you're going, and it's saying that's just you're going to end up burning yourself out, okay? Or this person needs to settle down. They don't need to move that fast in a relationship, okay? They're not going anywhere. Okay, beautiful. Okay, Sag Cap. We have the Ace of Swords to the Page of Wands. Well, Sag Cap, there's definitely some kind of a breakthrough. Something that's sparking some kind of new curiosity. It feels like curiosity. I mean, look, I have limitless ideas. I could do this. I can do that. You are the mover and shaker, so you're going to feel a little free-spirited right now, needing more information. You might feel a little excited about where this leads, where new things are leading you. There is a truth and a mental reset, though, that's coming within this Mercury retrograde that's going to kind of freshen up where you're exploring and your limitless potentials, right? This retrograde may even give you some kind of new vision of what your future is going to look like. So I just feel like there's some kind of new plan, a new direction that you're really following up on. It almost feels like it's something that I was thinking about from the past that I would really like to follow up on now. So if you're moving, you might be moving to a new region. Moving, I've always wanted to live over here. I'm definitely going to get out there and go move there. So you don't need to rush anything. There's no time to rush. But definitely it feels like there's a lot of inspiring things and breakthroughs that are going on, and things that are truthful and you can trust. So I do like that. I do like that. A lot of trust and truth. Ace of Swords. Out with the old and growing into new ideas and new things. Card of growth. As you can see in this thing, because it's withering away and then the new growth is over here. So whatever was there was kind of like out with the old and in with the brand new. I'm going to do this now. So I really do like that. Capricorn, Aquarius. The Temperance. To the Devil. There's definitely some kind of balance, balancing out for harmony against any kind of temptation over here. The Devil is your card cap on that cap side. So I just feel like it's really bringing in this sturdy energy though as well. But the Devil is saying something may try to pull you back into an old attachment or a pattern. So beware of that. It could be obsession, control, some kind of toxic relationship trying to come back, that ex trying to come back who is controlling, or a controlling behavior that maybe they had once before is now starting to spark up again. So something is definitely making its way back. It feels like the retrograde is testing you for self-mastery and growth and patience. And finding that overall harmony within yourself. It's like, can you stay balanced when temptation appears? Can you keep your harmony, keep yourself, right? Keep yourself. Don't let somebody else tell you what you're going to do. So I do feel like this is a karmic lesson because the Devil is karma. So it is coming back around to see if you kind of pass that test. Okay, it could be smoking, drinking, anything, okay? You will know what it is. It could be stop buying so many shoes. How many shoes you need? You know that gets us in trouble. Okay. Okay, guys, let's go. Aquarius, Pisces. Ooh, it's already trying to come out at me. Got the Four of Wands. Wow, that was fast. Four of Wands to the Tower in reverse. Okay. I feel like it's some kind of instability. It's instability when it's the Four of Wands in reverse because it's unstable. So I'm going to say instability that never really truly collapsed. There was some kind of delay or disaster or the fear of change. It was like something in your Four of Wands was feeling off, your home, your relationship. It's like something is sitting right here. The Tower reverse is like it's breaking down. It's not explosive, but hasn't 100%. It's a stormy time for sure. I just feel like this retrograde may shake up your awareness more than your physical reality in some ways. It's giving you the understanding that something is breaking down. It's almost like, are you going to fix it or are you going to let it tumble? So it's allowing you to notice what's not solid and that this is definitely not solid. So I just feel like, are you going to fix it before it becomes completely destroyed, or are you going to let it collapse? So it's really giving you the clarity and the understanding of what needs to be fixed. Okay. And then it's like protecting you because you have the divine protection. The protection is saying, I'm giving you this time to say whether or not we're going to fix this together, or I'm going to fix it by myself, or I'm just going to walk away and say, I'm done, right? Because it's pretty much going to be either or. Pisces, Aries, Four of Cups to the Page of Cups. There's some kind of emotional awakening over here for sure. You have this emotional withdrawal. You may be very bored within something. It's just so stagnant, so uninspiring, so boring. Or I just feel so disconnected from this situation, right? It's like I'm offering you the Ace of Cups. And I feel like that's what the Page of Cups is. This new emotional message is coming in. I want you to grab that Ace of Cups. So this could definitely be a new offer, a reconnection, some kind of happy surprise for sure. This card of happy surprise, it says just reach up and grab that Ace of Cups because I have this Page of Cups coming in. So I just feel like it's not going to be something that you're going to be impulsively drawn to. It's more like you're going to respond from this place of, oh, thanks for the Ace of Cups. Thanks for the new person. But it's going to throw you off guard. Wow. That's crazy. But it's going to let you sit over here and contemplate about this until it just almost feels like something's going to jolt within you. And you're just going to be like, and I'm just really tired of looking at these Three of Cups. I think I want something better. And then boom, Page of Cups. Wow. That's crazy. That's like when you finally just let go of it and say, I just don't give a shit anymore about these Three of Cups down. I just don't care. It's having that, just like reevaluating it, going over it in your head. And then finally just one day you're just like, I don't care anymore. And that Mercury brings in that clarity. And I think that that's really what it is, because it reminds me of the 777. The 777 says the change of perspective, where all of a sudden it's just everything's gone and it's just up to me. And it says it's up to you. Yeah, it is up to you. So you're pushing and shifting your mindset. And you're like, what? I'm not going to look at this anymore. I just don't care anymore. It's boring. It's uninspiring. It makes me restless. It's nonsense. You see what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, boom. Okay, guys. Beautiful readings. Until next time, if you guys are interested in meditation for this reading, you can check out my second channel in the description area. Till next time.